Well, good morning guys. It's Saturday, I'm in the shed and I'm working on two cars that you don't even know about. I sold the JZX 110, the two-tone one. The reason why I sold it basically is because I spent too much money on it and I made it too nice and I was scared to drive it. I didn't want to scratch it, I didn't want to damage it, and so I put it up for sale and I sold it and I went to Sydney. And then I wanted to buy Silvia. I really wanted to buy Silvia. I wanted to get an S13 or a S14 and I couldn't really find one in the price bracket that I wanted to spend. I mean, they've just gone through the roof in price, and then this bad boy came up for a really good price. Went and had a look at it and it was awesome. Makes heaps of power, heaps of fun. There's a few different things that I've got to change and do to it, and we're going to talk about this today, but I want to give you a bit of a rundown on what's going on. This is another JZX 110. You might be wondering what the go is with that. I bought this 110 when I had the other 110. I was going to build this. So what was I going to do with it? I was going to track it. Now over in the corner here we have the engine that I was and potentially still will put in it. This is a Barra. This is an FG Barra with a T6060 6-speed gearbox, and as you can see, a sequential adapter shifter. But where I'm at with this one is I wanted to get it retuned. I talked to David Disco, needed a new exhaust. I pulled this one off yesterday. It is probably one of the worst looking exhausts I've ever seen, which I knew when I bought it. The guy was super honest about it. And it had a high mount manifold, which is over there, and it's got a what is it now, Trust something turbo. Makes sick power, pretty responsive. But I bought a 6-boost 50mm turbo, smart wastegate, V-bands, a whole bunch of stuff. I got these. I want to redo the intercooler piping with these, which will be cool. So currently I'm just I've pulled the manifold off, the turbo off, and I'm just getting it ready. And my brother's coming over soon and we're going to start mocking up a new exhaust. Day 2 and it's all coming along really nice. Joel's been here all morning working on this, working on the car while I was at church, and it's nearly all tacked up and ready to come off and then be all migged up nice and proper. Then we just got to do the screamer and the oil return and it is all done. I'm going to put this on hold because I just got a picture from my wife because something arrived at her shop that I got sent there, and it is probably one of the coolest things I've ever bought. I've never bought one of these before. I've always wanted to do it, but I've always cheapskated it out. So I'm going to put the tools down and go for a drive and get that. Alright, back home with the delivery. I have always wanted to buy one of these, but never bit the bullet, and I have. So let's see what it is. I've always wanted to buy a Genuine Bride, and now I actually have one. Really cool. So it's about a week later, and I wanted to just give you a little bit of a fill-in as I close off the video. So the exhaust isn't done. I got new wheels though. I haven't showed you them. So we got VSXXs. I sold the Meisters. Here's the big boys on the back. They're pretty tight. Really keen. So I'm probably gonna paint the faces of them. But the exhaust is nearly done. It's actually not finished. Joel, my brother, is going to come back tomorrow night, and finish welding this up. So he's got the whole exhaust done, and the dump pipe is there. So that's done as well. And then we just got to do the screamer and put that on. Behind me is the 110. I put it all together, put the kit on it, coilovers, all the goodies, and I've actually sold it. So that's gone. That'll be out of here soon. And I also bought another little project car and bought myself a KE20. Now this little baddie, it's just going to be a little project. I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. My plan at this stage is to get it running and registered, repaint it, and then sell it. I'm in the process of pulling the whole front off. It's complete. Because I can't turn the motor over by hand. I'm going to pull the starter motor off to see if that's stuck, because that's apparently a common issue. If I can't fix that and get it running, I'm going to part it out and sell it. So there's a little bit going on. I got some new parts for the JZX. I got the new Haltech dash, which I'm stoked. You already seen the bride seat, and I've actually bought some new coilovers for the 100. Points, if you can guess what they are. They're not BCs, and that'll be cool. Bought a whole bunch of front end stuff that's on its way to get some lock out of this thing, but it's all coming together. And I also realized as I was editing this video that I haven't said anything about the last Japan trip. Now, I went twice in 2019. It was awesome. Obviously, the first time was documented with the SBS Small Town Drifter documentary. Shameless plug, check it out. But the second trip, I filmed a bunch of stuff on GoPro, and I actually cannot find the SD card. But luckily, my brother-in-law, or all my brother-in-laws were there. Two of them filmed a bunch. One of them filmed a heap on his phone, and the other one had a sick camera and he filmed a bit. So I put a little bit together. I'll put that video up this time next week probably, so you can see a little bit of what happened in Japan. So as you can see, there's still a bunch going on in here. I'm so keen to get this all together and tuned up and back on the road. So keen to drive that. And I'm actually really excited about getting this bad boy going and registered, hopefully, if not parted out. And with all this space, who knows what the next project is. I would love another Silvia, but them bad boys are like expensive these days. Like, I know obviously this was more than what a Silvia is, but this is a lot more car than a Silvia. But anyway, guys, like and subscribe. Keep the feedback coming. I love it. See if you can guess what coilovers are. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.